Good morning, everyone. Imagine it's New Year's Eve and you are wandering the streets of Times Square. You can hear the colliding sounds of the crowd cheering and music playing. You can see the bright lights of the digital screens and signs reflecting everywhere. And you can feel the overwhelming energy of the crowd as the countdown begins. These simultaneous events occur in the final minute leading to midnight. But what if this one chaotic minute was every minute of your life, where you were tirelessly experiencing an avalanche of bright lights and colliding sounds? What you're imagining is the cruel reality of what preschool students with autism experience every day in classrooms, because more than 90% of these students are sensitive to light, noise, and other environmental factors. For preschool students with autism, the classroom is Times Square, where the chaos of New Year's Eve never ends. Although students with autism are sensitive to lighting and noise, many of these students are still being pushed out of public schools due to their behaviors. Surprisingly, very little research is being done to understand if classroom lighting and noise are impacting the behaviors of these students. But that's where my dissertation comes in, as I aim to address this question. To do this, I simply invited students with autism to play with Lego blocks and jigsaw puzzles. Then, while they were playing, I periodically changed the lighting and sound level in the room to match the design standard of the classroom. Now, the students were video recorded to document their behaviors, and each wore wristbands which monitored their heart rate and stress levels. Now, to my surprise, the results showed that as the lighting and noise level increased, so did the heart rate, stress level, and the behavior reactions of these students. In other words, the classroom lighting and noise levels were inducing stress and provoking behaviors among preschool students with autism. I mean, the results couldn't be any clearer. We have a big problem with the classroom design standards here in America, where students with autism are the only ones paying the price. As an American architectural designer, I am devoted to putting an end to this form of injustice by creating appropriate classrooms for these students. But to achieve this, I knew I needed to rely on more than just my design skills or my desire for equity in education. What I needed was power, and that's what the results of this research provides. The power to help our government revise classroom design standards across this country, and the power to defend students with autism as well as their constitutional rights to education. Because in the end, regardless of the challenges they face, I will not waver in my belief that every child has the inherent capacity to have a positive and lasting impact on this world. That is the reason why I will continue my research by creating appropriate classroom spaces to help these students reach and realize their full potential. Thank you.